needs to install that metal roof or put up a building designed to last generations. Stop by our Mount Zion factory or visit us today at manseametal.com. MANSEA metal.com.
It's 8 minutes after 8 o'clock here on this Tuesday morning. Top of the morning from the newsroom of Regional Radio and DeWittDailyNews.com. I'm Seth Lawrence with this expanded local newscast streaming to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. We start this look at news with a look at those rainfall totals from around the area from yesterday. We start with yesterday, and we'll take a look at the cumulative total from the last few days, as we have received a good amount of rain in central Illinois here in the last 48 hours. Starting here in Clinton, about 0.3 of an inch of rainfall from yesterday, about 1/10 of an inch of rainfall in the Farmer City area here in DeWitt County. We moved to Piatt County, about 1/10 of an inch of rainfall yesterday. In Monticello, the northern portion of Piatt County between DeLand and Mansfield, about 1/10 of an inch of rainfall, but a couple of reports of 1/3 of an inch of rainfall in the very far eastern portion of the county near the Champaign County line. South of Allerton Park, just outside of Bemint, about 1/10 of an inch of rainfall reported in Piatt County from yesterday. Moving west to Lincoln in Logan County, about 1/10 of an inch of rainfall between Atlanta and Lincoln off the highway, about 1/5 of an inch of rainfall, and between Atlanta and Hartsburg, about 1/10 of an inch of rainfall reported there. However, in the south and east portion of the county, north of Mount Pulaski, 1 inch and 1/10 of rainfall reported in that portion of Logan County. A few miles to the south of that marker, 1/3 of an inch of rainfall being reported, and in the very southeast corner of Logan County, just outside of Latham, between Latham and Warrensburg, where the county meets Macon County, about 1/10 of an inch of rainfall, which is in line with a report that is a few miles south and to the west of that marker, where Sangamon and Macon County meet, north of 72. About 1/10 of an inch of rainfall reported there, just over 1/10 of an inch of rainfall in Warrensburg, southern portion of Decatur, 1/10 of an inch of rainfall in Macon County from yesterday. In Bloomington Normal in McLean County, reports ranging on the western portion of Bloomington Normal, around 1/10 of an inch of rain, though there is about 1/4 of an inch of rain being reported off of Veterans. In the far western portion, at the northeast, or rather northwest portion of Bloomington Normal, where the highway 55 and 72 split, about 1/4 of an inch of rainfall reported there, where 55 meets with 72, about 1/10 of an inch of rainfall in Bloomington Normal. Between Hayworth and Leroy on 136, 1/4 of an inch of rain in southern McLean County. Outside of Bloomington Normal, near Ellsworth, about 1/4 of an inch of rainfall, just over 1/10 of an inch of rainfall reported in Lexington yesterday. Let's move over to Champaign County in Mahomet. Reports ranging between 1/5, 1/4, 1/3, 4/10 of an inch of rainfall. A number of reports in the Mahomet area yesterday. Champaign and Urbana. Champaign in the western portion, about 6/10 of an inch of rainfall. There is a report of 7/10 of an inch of rain in Champaign. Between Champaign and Savoy, reports ranging between 2/3, 7/10, and 3/4. Urbana on the university campus, reports ranging between 1 inch and 4/10, 1 inch and 6/10, and 1 inch and 7/10 in Urbana yesterday on the campus of the U of I. 3 6/10 inches of rainfall in St. Joseph yesterday, 2 inches in Homer, 2 1/10 in Sydney, 1 inch and 1/5 of rainfall in Philo yesterday, where Champaign and Vermilion County meet just outside of Royal, about 4.5 inches of rainfall near Fithian, 4 2/3 inches of rain south of Muncie near Oakwood, about 4 3/10 inches of rainfall in Vermilion County yesterday. Just over 1/2 an inch of rainfall in Tuscola in Douglas County, between Hammond and Lovington in northern Moultrie County, 3/4 of an inch of rainfall The eastern portion of the county, though, north of Arthur, reports ranging right around an inch of rain. There's a couple of those that are in that 1 inch range, in Moultrie County. Shelbyville in Shelby County, an inch and a fifth, nearly an inch and a fifth. Edinburgh, 4/10 of an inch of rainfall. Reports around the Springfield area between a tenth and a fifth of an inch of rainfall, though Chatham, a half an inch of rainfall reported there in Sangamon County. Petersburg, just over 4/10 of an inch of rainfall. In the Washington area of Tazewell County, between a fifth and a quarter of an inch of rainfall there in the Peoria area from yesterday. Taking a look at the cumulative total from the last few days here in Clinton, right about an 8/10 of an inch of rainfall here in Clinton, between a half and 6/10 of an inch of rain in the Farmer City area of DeWitt County. Logan County, around a fifth to a quarter of an inch of rainfall, an inch and 3/4 of an inch of rain north of Mount Pulaski, along 51 between Kenney and Mount Pulaski, about an inch of rain from the last few days. Elsewhere in Logan County, very southeast corner between Latham and Warrensburg, about a third of an inch of rain, a half an inch of rain where Macon and Sangamon counties meet north of the interstate, an inch and 2/3 in southern Decatur from yesterday, from the last few days, I should say, and about 2/3 of an inch of rainfall the last few days in the Warrensburg area of Macon County. Bloomington Normal reports around a tenth to a fifth to a quarter of an inch of rainfall in Bloomington Normal, just outside of Danvers in the western portion of the county, and a quarter of an inch of rain, a fifth of an inch of rainfall in total in Lexington, about a third of an inch of rain in the eastern portion of the county near Ellsworth, about 9/10 of an inch of rainfall between Leroy and Hayworth on 136 in southern McLean County. In total, in Monticello, an inch and 4/10. Also a report of an inch and a third near the highway, northern Piatt County, between 8/10 and 9/10 of an inch of rainfall, where Piatt and Champaign County meets. South of the highway, an inch and a half. Southern Piatt County, near Bemint, 2/3 of an inch of rainfall in total. I think I mentioned this one, but throw it out again, an inch and 2/3 in southern Decatur, just short of an inch of rainfall in total in the Tuscola area, an inch and a tenth total in Champaign. A number of reports around that range as well. Urbana at the university campus, an inch and 3/4, nearly 2 inches and 2 1/10 inches of rainfall. Again, that's at the campus of the U of I from the last few days. The Mahomet area reports ranging between 9/10, an inch and 3/10, and an inch and a tenth. Again, that's in the Mahomet area of Champaign County. 2 8/10 inches in Rantoul in northern Champaign County, 4 1/5 inches of rain in total in St. Joseph the last few days, 2 6/10 in Sidney, 3 1/5 inches in Homer, an inch and a third in Philo in Champaign County. Fithian, about 5 9/10 total inches in western Vermilion County, 4 3/4 inches a few miles south of Fithian and the Muncie area in Vermilion County from the last few days. I mentioned just short of an inch of rain in Tuscola, an inch and a third of rain in the Shelbyville area of Shelby County, 9/10 of an inch of rain in Edinburgh in Christian County, an inch and a fifth in the Springfield area, an inch and 2/3, and an inch and 3/4 between Sherman and Riverton in Springfield. That marker near 54, getting into the Springfield area, an inch and a tenth just outside of Chatham off of Interstate 55 in Sangamon County from the last few days, a half an inch of rainfall in Petersburg. Other notable reports, about a quarter of an inch of rain in the Washington area in northern Tazewell County, 6/10 of an inch of rain on the west side of Peoria in Peoria County as well. Rainfall totals, as always, courtesy of CocoRoz.org. That's the Community Collaborative Rain, Hail, and Snow Network. And like we did here for this morning, you can select a couple of dates, a range of dates, to find out the total of rain. You can also just select one date as well. But again, it's all at CocoRoz.org. Such an easy map to use anymore. Highly recommended. Again, that's CocoRoz.org. Let's get to the news here on this Tuesday morning. Kenney Fire Department officials say they are appreciative of around $100,000 coming from the DeWitt County Board from the American Rescue Plan Act, or ARPA funds. On the WHOW Morning Show Monday, Fritz Robinson indicates they hope to take the funds from the county board and begin a new shed for their fire engines. He says they are out of space with what they currently have.
Well, we had a project going that we were looking forward to out at Kenney Fire, we're out of room, trying to expand.
Mm-hmm.
We're out of room, several reasons why. And Farmer City talked with Dan over there, the fire chief, and they've got the same situation we do. The ARPA funds became available. We were told to fill out an application, which both of us did. And so did Wapella. Wapella filled one out. We're trying to put on an addition. We're trying to add a building. We're locked where we're at with our bays in our station. That's as far as we can go. But we had already purchased some property across the alley, and we want to put a 3-door building up over there. Trucks aren't getting any smaller. We're not mandated to have less equipment. We're always mandated to have more. And we invited the board members out. We said, we'll give you a tour of our place, because we're the backup command center for DeWitt County through IEMA if something would happen. And everybody says, oh, the power plant. Well, that backup command center may not be the power plant. It could be anything from a train derailment with a hazardous material spill to a tornado,
mm-hmm.
to anything that would affect the dispatch center in Clinton. And then it's got to move.
Mm-hmm.
So it comes out there. And like I told them, to be real honest, when they all come out there, and there'll be a lot of agencies there if we have one of those moments, it's going to be crowded.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be very, very crowded.
Of the roughly $125,000 the department received, they will be purchasing an automated CPR machine. Several departments in DeWitt County and the DeWitt County EMS received these machines from the county board. According to Robinson, the $100,000 or so they'll be able to dedicate to a new structure adjacent to the existing fire station will allow them to get a building started, but not all the way completed.
Not near far enough. It's expensive. Of course, we have to do prevailing wage. We are a tax entity. What they gave us basically will frame up 90% of the building. The building, the estimates we have right now just to frame up what we want is about $136,000. But this will give us a start on that. We can get it framed up. We can make it functional. We can have the water and the sewer and the electricity and all that there. It may not be all pretty on the inside yet, but we can work on that. Still gives us a place in an emergency to where we can place vehicles.
Sure.
We will have to upgrade engines, either 28 or 20. Engines are not getting smaller. They barely fit in the station now. And if we get anything that's just a little bit bigger, and like I said, they're all getting bigger, they're not going to fit in our station. They're just not going to fit. So yes, we may end up housing a couple of engines over there, still leave room to make the other part of the facility. And like I say, we haven't gotten this all done yet. Make it multifunctional. If we have a mutual aid department come in and stand by our station, they have a place to put their truck. Some of their trucks won't fit in our station when they show up. So once again, if it's 7 below zero and they show up, what do you do?
Robinson hopes to get the building project started in the next year and thanks the county board for the funds and the consideration they gave them during the process. An Illinois superintendent continues to grow worried about the negative impact social media platforms can have on school. New Bloomington Schools superintendent, Dr. David Mauser, says Snapchat is his biggest concern.
Well, I think, there's a responsibility that goes with that, right? With having a device or having social media. I hate Snapchat. Let me just say that to start off with. I absolutely hate it as a school administrator and as a parent. It's there and it's gone. You can say what you want to say. And to me, that causes a lot of our problems. Snapchat, TikTok, things like that.
Dr. Mauser went on to describe the ubiquitous presence of social media as the new normal and part of students' lives. Get news anytime at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Ace now offers free assembly and free delivery, so it's never been easier to get a great grill for your family, like a Weber gas grill, a Traeger wood pellet grill, or a Big Green Egg charcoal grill. Only at your neighborhood Ace. Around the block. What you need in stock. With people who know their grills.
This is Brad from Gibson Ace Hardware in Clinton, Illinois. Stop in to see us, the helpful place at 114 North Madison Street, Clinton.
See participating store for details.
Despite supply chain issues, owner Dave Jackson's great team of employees at your Clinton Save-A-Lot are working to keep their shelves stocked to save you up to 40% every day. Find out more by clicking their icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Peterson Insurance Services in Clinton is a 2014 Pekin Insurance Illinois Agency of the Year. Jay Peterson here from Peterson Insurance. Find out about Pekin's auto, home, or life insurance by clicking on our icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Time now for a look at sports. I'm Seth Lawrence with this report. The Clinton Maroons boys cross-country runners took home second place at Saturday night's Light It Up night race on the campus of Clinton Schools. The best finisher for the girls, who placed fifth, was Michaela Keppel, who set a personal best on the Clinton course of 20 minutes and 11 seconds. She finished 13th. Amory Hemphill ran her personal best on the Clinton course of 23 minutes and 3 seconds, finishing 17th. Drew Moser paced the boys runners with a fifth place finish, setting a lifetime best of 16 minutes and 21 seconds. Taylon Thrasher finished 17th with a lifetime best and a personal course record of 17 minutes and 10 seconds. Jade Carlos Gustafson ran a lifetime best and a personal course record of 17 minutes and 33 seconds. Abel Courts and Colin Jamison set personal best during the run as well. The Maroons will travel to Rochester on Saturday, where junior high school runners will get to participate as well. St. Louis Cardinals slugger Albert Pujols tagged his major league record 450th different pitcher for a home run, connecting off Reds left-hander Ross Detweiler Monday night in a 13-4 rout of Cincinnati. Pujols hit his 694th home run overall. He had been tied with Barry Bonds for most pitchers as long ball victims at 449. Bonds leads the all-time home run list with 762, followed by Hank Aaron's 755, Babe Ruth's 714, and Alex Rodriguez's 696. Tyler O'Neill hit 2 home runs on a rainy night as the Cardinals moved a season-high 21 games over 500. He has homered in 3 of his last 4 games, including a go-ahead 3-run drive in Sunday night's 6-3 win over the Braves. O'Neill homered during a 6-run second and again in a 4-run 6th. Miles Michaelis faced one batter over the minimum through 4 innings before allowing solo homers to TJ Friedel and Stuart Fairchild, then a 2-run drive by Chucky Robinson. While getting 1 out in the 5th, he ended up allowing 6 hits to 4 runs and 4 1/3 innings. He is winless in 6 Cincinnati starts since April of 2018. Chris Stratton relieved and got the win. Brendan Donovan extended his career-high hitting streak to 11 games with a 2-run single in the Cardinals' 2nd inning. Dakota Hudson did not allow a hit after the 3rd inning and retired 13 of his last 14 batters, going 7 innings in an 8-5 win over the Cubs last Thursday, while Justin Dunn logged a career-high 6 innings in his last start, a 4-1 loss at Philadelphia on Thursday. That's the pitching matchup tonight in Cincinnati. Danny Jansen hit a 3-run homer in the 7th inning and singled home the winning run in the 11th as the Toronto Blue Jays overcame a 4-run deficit to defeat the Chicago Cubs 5-4 Monday night. Jansen connected off Eric Ullman for his 11th homer, then won it with a base hit to left against Mark Leiter Jr. that scored Matt Chapman from second base and ended Toronto's 3-game skid. Chicago blew a lead and lost for the 41st time more than any other big league team. Toronto tied it at 4-all in the 8th when Kevin Biggio hit a 2-run double off Manuel Rodriguez and scored on Chapman's single. Cubs outfielder Ian Happ lined to begin the 10th, and shortstop Bo Bichette doubled automatic runner Nelson Velasquez off at second base. That was one of 5 outs Chicago ran into on the base paths, including one at third and another at the plate. After Chicago intentionally walked Alejandro Kirk to start the bottom of the 10th, third baseman Christopher Morel turned a double play on Bichette's grounder. Kirk was initially ruled safe at second base, but the Cubs challenged, and umpire Nick Marley's call was overturned. the Cubs put runners at second and third with 2 outs in the 11th, but Yimi Garcia struck out P.J. Higgins. Jose Barrios allowed a season-high 10 hits and 4 runs in 5 2/3 innings. He slammed his glove into the dugout bench in frustration after being replaced by left-hander Tim Meza. Pinch hitting for Alfonso Rivas, Higgins greeted Meza with a 2-run double that snapped an 0-for-13 skid and was Higgins' second in his past 35 at-bats, making the second appearance of his career. Cubs right-hander Javier Assad allowed 4 hits, all singles in 5 scoreless innings. He walked 2 and struck out 1. Assad escaped a bases-loaded jam in the first by getting Biggio to fly out after back-to-back hits by Nick Madrigal and Wilson Contreras, putting runners at second and third with 1 out in the 5th. Toronto turned a unique double play that ended the threat. Ian Happ struck out on a pitch that got away from Jensen, who threw to first to complete the strikeout. Madrigal broke for home on the throw, and Vlad Guerrero Jr. threw back to Jensen, who got the tag down just in time. Marcus Stroman will face his former Blue Jays team against Kevin Gossman on Tuesday. Get sports anytime from your computer or mobile device at DeWittDailyNews.com.
MR Systems Wireless is your local internet provider for Clinton and surrounding area. They have the products you want and the local service you deserve. MR Systems Wireless Internet service for home or business includes unlimited